Sammy didn't have a wife. It was your wife who had diabetes.
Hidden within the Memento DVD is a secret that transcends mere Easter eggs or deleted scenes. It delivers a profound, unsettling experience. Christopher Nolan crafted 4 different audio commentaries, each playing randomly, revealing alternate endings that challenge the viewer's perception of the narrative. In one commentary, Teddy is unmasked as a liar, casting doubt on his motives. In another, he emerges as the truth-teller, reshaping the viewer's understanding. A third commentary introduces a hidden clue embedded in a license plate, dramatically altering everything we thought we knew about the story. Then, one track rewinds the entire ending, compelling us to witness Leonard's decisions as they unfold in real time. This isn't just a director offering insights. It's a creator determined to keep us engaged in a web of uncertainty. When Nolan speaks directly to us, he presents not a singular truth, but 4 distinct realities, each illuminating different facets of Leonard Shelby's tumultuous story. In analyzing Memento, we traverse a labyrinth of truth and deception, ultimately confronting the complexities of human nature. At the heart of this exploration lies Leonard Shelby, a man grappling with a memory disorder that distorts his reality and shapes his perception of justice. Nolan presents a compelling argument through the first commentary track. Teddy is not merely a manipulator, but a weapon in the hands of circumstance. His admissions during the climactic confrontation are chilling, as he reveals the extent of his betrayal. By helping Leonard kill the Real John G., Teddy positions himself as both puppeteer and pawn in a twisted game of survival. This perspective casts Leonard as the tragic hero, ensnared in a web of corruption and lethal utility. From a narrative standpoint, Leonard embodies the archetypal flawed protagonist. His desire for revenge blurs the line between justice and manipulation. The classical narrative structure unfolds as the antagonist reveals his true nature, prompting Leonard to confront his moral compass in a moment of clarity, one that he cannot retain. Yet, the intricacies deepen when we question Leonard's gullibility. How does he reconcile Teddy's confession with his own truths? His meticulous systems of notes and tests suggest a mind striving to navigate its own chaos. If Teddy's confession is indeed a lie, the implications are curiously paradoxical. Why would a seasoned manipulator risk exposure? Nolan's brilliance lies in crafting characters who are not solely victims of their circumstances, but participatory players in their narratives. Leonard's journey is not just about seeking vengeance. It's a disturbing exploration of acceptance, choice, and the seductive nature of delusion. Here, every layer peeled back reveals not just the struggle for truth, but a profound commentary on the human condition itself. The second commentary track flips the script entirely. Here, Nolan suggests Teddy is telling the truth. All of it. Leonard killed the Real John G. over a year ago. He got his revenge, and his brain, desperate for purpose, refused to let it end. This is the interpretation that turns Memento from a thriller into a horror film. Because if Teddy's telling the truth, Leonard isn't a victim. He's an addict. Revenge is his drug, and he's been chasing that high by creating fake John G.S. to murder. From a structural standpoint, this reading is brilliant because it recontextualizes every scene. Natalie isn't helping Leonard. She's exploiting a mentally ill man to kill her boyfriend's rival. Teddy isn't a villain. He's a cop who made one terrible choice and has been trying to contain the damage ever since. Leonard isn't solving a mystery. He's actively, deliberately maintaining one. The evidence supports this reading. Leonard's tattoo says, "I've done it," before the film begins, suggesting prior completion. His memory of his wife dying from the attack contradicts his story about Sammy John Keys, a story Teddy claims Leonard invented to cope with accidentally killing his own wife with insulin overdoses. But here's the devastating question this raises. If Leonard knows he's lying to himself, if he's consciously creating false John G.S., can we call his condition a disability? Or is it permission? Is his anterograde amnesia a tragedy or a tool, a way to commit murder without guilt, because he'll never remember he chose to forget? This interpretation makes Leonard the villain of his own story, and it makes his final choice, to frame Teddy, not justice, but premeditated murder with a built-in insanity defense. In the third commentary track, Christopher Nolan introduces what he describes as the key to everything: Teddy's license plate, SG-137IU. Most viewers overlook it, dismissing it as mere set dressing. Yet, Nolan reveals that it's a transformed version of his old London postcode from Stockwell Gardens, SW97IU. This subtle alteration serves a deeper purpose. By embedding this detail, Nolan breaks the fourth wall in a remarkably understated manner. He positions himself as the hidden architect of the film, the unseen force shaping Leonard's fate. Leonard's struggle isn't just against his amnesia or Teddy. He's ensnared by the very narrative structure that governs his existence. This metafictional layer elevates the storytelling to genius levels. Leonard's quest for truth is perpetually thwarted, not by an external villain, but by the narrative itself. The true antagonist is memory and the intrinsic human need to construct coherent stories, even when faced with chaotic realities. Consider the implications of the film's ending. Leonard's choice to inscribe misleading information, paving his path to murder Teddy, is ultimately circumscribed by the script itself. He lacks true agency, functioning merely as a puppet whose choices the storyteller has preordained. The unsettling truth emerges. Aren't we all puppets in our own narratives? We reshape our memories into coherent tales, seeking clear motivations in lives that often defy logic. The license plate transcends its role as an Easter egg. It's Nolan's admission that he is Leonard's true John G. He manipulates the reality of the film, trapping viewers within his intricate puzzle, much like Leonard is ensnared in his own story. In the fourth commentary track of Memento, a radical choice unfolds. The entire ending sequence plays in reverse, mirroring Leonard's disjointed perception. This deliberate inversion forces us to witness an unsettling reality. We see Leonard shoot Teddy, but before we can process the gravity of the act, he forgets it. Next, he receives the Polaroid of Teddy's body, followed by triumphant notes about his revenge, then forgets once more. The cycle continues as he embarks on a quest for John G., utterly unaware that he has already killed him. This structure reveals a critical technique in Nolan's storytelling. The film's chronology has already disoriented audiences, but this final reversal amplifies that confusion, providing a linear clarity that Leonard himself will never grasp. As we observe Leonard enact his choices and subsequently lose their context, we feel the weight of his decisions dissolve into nothingness. His noted truths, intended to anchor him in reality, become instruments of self-deception. More poignantly, the reverse chronology strips Leonard of his agency. In a forward timeline, his decision to blame Teddy seems like a conscious act of will. However, when played in reverse, that choice appears arbitrary, a mere action destined to fade from memory. It raises a profound philosophical dilemma. If a decision is made but never recalled, is it truly a decision? Or are we merely puppets of circumstance? This commentary track does not offer neat solutions. Instead, it immerses us in Leonard's stark reality, compelling us to confront a haunting truth. Regardless of the interpretations we construct, for Leonard, the question of reality remains elusive. Each theory about truth and deception loses significance because, in his world, he can never discern which version of reality prevails. The commentary encapsulates a haunting exploration of memory, choice, and the essence of human experience. In a world overflowing with definitive narratives, Christopher Nolan flips the script with a singular, striking choice. He randomizes commentary on the DVD of Memento. Viewers don't select their insights. Instead, they are offered one interpretation out of 4, leaving the rest locked away. It's a deliberate act that echoes the film's exploration of memory and truth, an ambiguous gesture that mirrors the protagonist, Leonard Shelby, who grapples with his own fractured reality. Nolan invites us into a maze of perspectives, where every viewing is unique, much like Leonard's quest for meaning. There is no clear conclusion to his story. Instead, it reflects the intricate tapestry of our own memories and experiences. We become Leonard, constructing narratives that fit our understanding and beliefs, while determining who we are based on our selective recollections. What sets Leonard apart is his acute awareness of his unreliability. He acknowledges the cracks in his system, the choices he makes that he won't remember. Yet, he perseveres, driven by a fundamental human need for narrative and purpose. In a life stripped of story, devoid of someone or something to hold accountable, existence feels hollow. Nolan offers us not 4 endings, but 4 mirrors, each revealing different facets of the same reality. Our chosen interpretation says far more about us, our fears, our desires, than it does about Leonard. By embracing this complexity, Memento challenges us to confront the narratives we construct, urging us to consider how we shape our identities amid the chaos of our memories. So, which commentary track is the truth? Which ending do you believe? Is Leonard a victim or a villain? Is Teddy lying or desperate to save his own life? Drop your interpretation in the comments. Tell me which ending you choose and why. And if you want more deep dives into films that refuse to give you easy answers, hit that like button and subscribe. Because like Leonard, we're all just looking for something to believe in.